Hey there, runners, hikers, and van lifers. Today we are heading out to two very easy waterfalls that pretty much anybody can do. They are about an hour and a half from Greenville, South Carolina. So right now we are in what I call mini whip. This is the new 50 mile to the gallon secret weapon that I just bought. It is a 2012 Toyota Prius C. It's very small, which you'll get to see it later, and I love this thing. It is 26 degrees right now, but it's forecasted to get up to about 52. So you know what that means. Anytime that winter is coming into spring and there's a day that's 50 or above, I'm heading out to the trail. Let me introduce these two trails that we're heading on today. Okay, so here we have the Road Atlas, and we are currently in the best place in the world. And let's just say you're leaving Greenville. Easley is right here. That's where I'm at. Then we're going to head down this way. One of these waterfalls is in Walhalla, and one is further up here. The two waterfalls are going to be Brasstown Falls, and one is Isaqueena Falls. I'm going to have to stop by the ATM and get a $5 bill, because if you go to the Isaqueena one near Stump House Tunnel, you will need $5 for parking, or so I've been told. So let's get to it. We got what we need. Now let's hit the road. Okay, so while we're rolling, you're going to want to know how long these trails are. And Brasstown Falls is supposed to be about 0.3 miles, and Isaqueena Falls is about 0.8 miles. So literally, that's like a few trips to the fridge. If you've ever wanted to get out and get hiking and try it out for yourself, this is your sign. So what I'm going to do is, today I'm going to trail run these because they're so short. So I'm going to take you along as I find the parking lots, the trailheads, and show you around. Then, once we get done, the Stump House Tunnel is near the Isaqueena Falls. And it is very close to one thing that I've wanted to do for probably as long as I've lived here in South Carolina. And that is the Palmetto Trail. Palmetto Trail goes all the way from the coast in Isaqueena, South Carolina, up here to the upstate. It's about 500 miles, and it goes through all kinds of different terrain. All the way from the coast, through the Piedmont, into the mountains, and that's where we are. So I have always wanted to hike the Palmetto Trail, and And so I'm going to do it in sections, and it turns out that one section is right here near Isaqueena Falls, which means I might as well take advantage of it. So once we get done with these waterfalls, playing around, I'm going to take a little run after that. So stick with me. So one thing I had to do real quick is download the map for this area. I have a video, and I'll put a link up here where I show you how to download the Google map for the area outside here in the mountains. Because once we leave Brasstown Falls and we're trying to go to Isaqueena Falls, there's not going to be any signal out there. So you have to have the map downloaded to your phone. Otherwise, you're not going to have any Google Maps. Unless you have a paper map like that one back there. So watch that video if you don't know how to download a offline map for Google Maps. That will save you much headache and frustration once you get out here where there's no signal. We're getting in some world-class pothole action out here on Brasstown Road. So here, you'll see, there's the sign, there's the trail. In a couple of minutes, I'm gonna grab all my stuff and head down there and see this bad boy. Look at this. To get down to the bottom waterfall, you have a little bit of sketchy stairs. So just wanted to show you what those look like as we're going down here. Good Lord, this is heaven. Oh my God, that is incredible. How have I never been here before? So as we're coming up out of the trail, there is some damage from Hurricane Helene. There are some signs that say trail closure because of damage from the hurricane, but it is not actually closed right now. It looked like it was open all the way to the bottom. So one thing that you're going to know is that I have, let me turn around before it gets noisy next to the waterfall. So one thing that you're going to know if you spend any time with the channel is I have all trails running on my phone. What you want to do, make sure that you put it on airplane mode. I have another video I'll link up here to where you can watch that video, and it'll show you how to use all trails no matter if you have signal or not. This trail seems to be that there were like 4 total waterfalls all in a row, so you can hit like a ton of them all in one place. Can't believe I've never been here before, but as you know, when something says 0.3 miles, I'm not really interested that much, but this would definitely be one that I will come to in the future. So even though there is handicapped parking space, I don't think you're going to come down this bad boy with limited mobility. The bottom one I would definitely not recommend for anybody that has any mobility troubles, but you could probably take your time, make it down to the second one. Definitely the first one. The first one, as you can see, it only took us like 3 seconds to get there. Pretty flat, pretty even terrain. Definitely something that the kids could do. So let's get back to it. Before I forget, I'm going to try and remember to put the links to my All Trails map for coming down here, so you'll see how long it took and the map to get down to the bottom. One other thing is I will also add a link for All Trails subscription. As you know, one thing that I recommend is getting the pro version of All Trails so that you can navigate while you're out here on trail and don't need to be within the signal of cell phone towers. So let's get back to it. So hopefully you can see right here that we have 1.4 miles. Elevation gain is 253 feet, which is very little. We're going to give that a 5 star. Rating on all trails. We're not going to fill all that in. Tell others about the trail. I'm telling you guys about the trail. It's amazing. So that concludes Brasstown Falls. And as you might have seen, that is my first all trails hiking trip for 2025. So let's put away all the knickknacks and hit the road to the next one. See, we have about 7 minutes left. It's exactly 30 minutes between the two waterfall hikes, so it's something that you could definitely do on any spring or fall day and make a day of it. So in a couple minutes I will check back in with you and show you how to get to the parking lot. So this is Stump House Tunnel Road. So you're going to go through this gate. Pay station ahead. That's where we're going to put our $5. And then we'll be able to get in. $5 and a little DNA. So hopefully you can see there's a sign right here. It says Tunnel, Falls, and Bike Hike. So we're going to turn right. As you can see right there, it says Palmetto Trailhead and Isaqueena Falls. So we're going to turn right again. And this looks like the parking area. Pretty easy. So just in that 30 minutes, it's probably warmed up at least 15 to 20 degrees. If you know anything about South Carolina, in the spring or the fall, you'll have every single season in one day. So you'll go from 20 degrees or 17 degrees all the way up to 50, then back down again. So thank God it's a little bit warmer out here. All right, now let me get everything packed up and we'll head out to the trail. Now, going by all trails, this is the 0.3 trail. So the other one was the 0.8 one. So this is going to be even shorter than the last one. But taking a look around, there are picnic tables, trash cans. If you know anything about trash cans in a park, these are the ones that keep the bears out. So, taking a look around, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picnic tables, and let's see, 2 of the barbecue grills available right here. So, let's get to it. First, I need to take a picture with that sign right over there. So it looks like there are 3 places you can go next to the sign. Over there, covered bridge. Over there, just a path. And over here, it says yellow trail, not a loop. So let's start with the right. Point 3 is almost not even something you need to run. Here's a sign. That. That is insane. It looks like you could probably go down there. But I don't know if that's the best viewing. So it looks like you could go around this overlook and go downwards. You know we gotta try that out. Here we go. Good Lord, that's incredible. Yes, sir. This is where I was born to be. Look at that. Holy crap. That is insane. one thing that we got to do while we're down here is get some H2O. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, we know you have a video about it and you're going to post it up here to the right. But this is the Katadyn Be-Free water filter. I love this thing. So now I'm going to get some water. I'm going to fly the drone, get some footage of this, because this is absolutely incredible. I would probably venture to say that this part coming down here is not part of the official trail, but who knows? I would not recommend this one. You may, if you had reduced mobility, you could easily make it to the overlook. You're not making it down here. So this is something that, you know, you would need to be prepared for. If you had some active kids that were used to climbing on rocks and stuff, you could bring them down here. But this one here, going back up, is going to be a little tricky. So now we're back to the car. I'm munching down some trail mix. If you remember over there, there's a sign that says Palmetto Trail. So in a couple minutes, we're going to begin doing the first part of the Palmetto Trail. I don't know if I told you before, but it's about 500 miles from here in the upstate, and this is the starting point. It starts near Stump House Tunnel, and then it goes all the way to the coast in southeast South Carolina. So we're going to do that in sections. There's about 22 different passages is what they're called, and hopefully as time goes on you'll see me film more and more of those, but this is the first one. So like I said, going to finish up eating. We're going to leave most of our stuff in the car because we don't need that for trail running. So we're going to go light, and this is about 5.7 miles out and back. So that is the total distance. And if you want to know more about different types of trails, yes, I do have a video on that that tells you different types of trails that you'll find on all trails, out and back, point to point, and loop. Those are the three types. If you want to know more about that, as always, I'll put a link up here, up to your right. So let's get done eating, and then I'm going to head down the trail. So what I'm doing is I have saved the course. I've downloaded the trail onto my Garmin Instinct 2. So now when I hit go, it's going to tell us where we are on my wrist instead of having to pull my phone out every time. So this trail is kind of like Pleasant Ridge or Paris Mountain, where you share it with some mountain bikers. So you got to pay attention, especially the curves, so you don't get run over. Here is a sign for the Stumphouse Mountain Bike Park, which we are in. Check this out. It's the infamous 7-banded armadillo, I think. Look at him. That's the first one I've seen that wasn't flat on the road. Holy crap. Seems like a little bulldozer. Obviously he does not care that I'm here. Look at him. He's frozen. He must have heard me. That is crazy. Holy crap. That is nuts. Like Mike and I always joke around that you only see wildlife in the city. Look at that though. That's kind of interesting over there. I was sitting there thinking somebody was parked over there, but it looks like a bombed out car. Like, how the heck would that get out here? Our armadillo friend is over there just digging away in them leaves. That is the craziest thing. Okay, so I got here. This sign tells me to go right. Then this sign says Palmetto Trail to the right, hiking and biking only, no all of that. So it don't say no drones though. So there's that. Here we go. We're turning right like it tells us. This says Ross Mountain Passage of the Palmetto Trail. There's a nice little QR code. And proceeding on. It is muddy out here. So it seems like this is, for me, the perfect time to be out here. But for you, you may want to wait just a little while, so it's not so muddy. As you can see, we're still like ankle deep in this mud. So I'm not about to try and run this because I don't want to twist anything major, because you're pretty much guaranteed to do that. So we're just going to keep an eye out until it gets better, and then we'll be off. And just like that, folks, we're back in the car. Thanks for following along with me in the mud and the terrain. I think that it has rained about 3 days out of the last week, so that's probably what contributed to the muddy conditions out here. So we are about to put it in gear, head back to the house. On my watch and on all trails it said 7 miles, but I don't know if that includes the Isaqueena trail, this right here, or if it's only that direction. Either way, that was amazing. So here's some firsts. This is the first hike of the year. Actually the second trail run, but I would say the second trail run. First time I've ever seen an armadillo on the trail. First time I've ever seen that many turkeys coming on the road down here. First time I've ever seen longhorn cattle. There was like 10 longhorns in a field on the way over here. You guys saw the water wheel, and what else? And that's the first time I've ever seen that much mud on a hiking trail. So if you're going to do this one, make sure that you come after it's been dry for a good while. The waterfall trails, easy, no problem. But once you get on the Palmetto Trail, it was muddy. Oh, first time I've ever been on the Palmetto, and first time I've ever been to both of these waterfalls. So if you guys want to learn more about hiking, trail running, or van lifing in South Carolina, I'm going to put up some videos up here that are going to tell you more about all of that. So until the next time, see y'all later.